Hello, grade 7 students and families. Welcome to Unit 2, CCD. We gather, we hear, we offer. I'm Kathy Hood, and I'm one of your CCD teachers, and today I'll be talking to you about why do we gather at church? Have you ever asked yourself the question, why do we gather at church when we can pray at home? Take a moment now to ask each other, why do you think you gather at church? Hopefully, you came up with some really good reasons of why we gather at church. But if you think about our lives, pretty much everything we do is some kind of gathering. We gather for a lot of different things. We gather for birthday parties. We gather for weddings. We gather to go to school. Baptisms. Confirmations, funerals. We gather when we protest if we want to change. We gather as families. We gather at all different types of sporting events. And yes, we gather in church. No matter what kind of gathering you and I are attending, they all seem to have some things in common. One, they're a distinct event. There's usually a purpose. And then you share the experience with other people. Let's take sports, for example. When you and I are playing on a sport, or we're part of the crowd watching it, we can appreciate everything around us. We can watch it on TV, but ain't nothing better than going to the real thing. If you've ever been to a sporting event, it's the sights, the sounds, the crowd, the spirit of the people sitting next to you on a bench. That's you and I are uniting to root for the same team. Those same feelings, although you and I might not recognize them, is exactly the feeling we're supposed to understand when we gather at Mass. Our sacraments are specifically celebrated to appeal to our senses of sight, touch, taste, and smell. The choirs, the frankincense, the oil, the water, the bread and wine, they're just some of the sights and sounds that are meant to bring our hearts and minds closer to God and one another. Have you ever seen the movie Miracle? It's a movie about our 1980 U.S. men's hockey team. The coach, Herb Brooks, gives a speech to his players before they play the final game. It's a gold medal game against the Soviet Union, and they were heavily favored. Let's listen to part of the speech by Herb Brooks.
Great moments are born from great opportunity. And that's what you have here tonight, boys. That's what you've earned here tonight. One game. If we played them 10 times, they might win 9. But not this game. Not tonight. Tonight, we skate with them. Tonight, we stay with them. And we shut them down because we can. Tonight, we are are the greatest hockey team in the world. You were born to be hockey players. Every one of you. And you were meant to be here tonight. This is your time. Their time is done. It's over. I'm sick and tired of hearing about what a great hockey team the Soviets have.
That's a great movie if you've never seen it. But just to give you an update, they did win the gold medal. And for those of us that are old enough to remember, and I'm pretty old, I don't think many people missed that final game, whether they played sports or not, and didn't celebrate when we won. Like a coach who teaches us how to play our positions, Father Wayne explains to us the miracles of Christ. He helps us understand our religion more, and he teaches us how to live our lives more Christ-like. Like spectators in different types of gatherings, in the church, we are the church. And when you and I attend Mass, we bring our own unique prayers and desires for the good of all. Just like your team needs you, your church needs you. At Mass, we sing and pray aloud. Did you know that when we sing, we are literally breathing all at the same time? We become one voice, one body, one prayer for the good of all the world. Did you know that our hearts are more than a muscle? That when we are in a positive emotional state, like singing, listening, praying in church, our hearts generate a field that not only affects our own feelings and emotions, but the others around us. Personally, for me, I have that feeling in my heart when I leave church. Like sporting events, you and I can watch them on TV, or we can go to the stadium or field or park or wherever they're being played and be part of it there. Yes, you and I can pray at home. We can pray anywhere. But it's not the same feeling that you and I are going to experience when we're in church and part of the church family. Maybe during COVID, you've really missed gatherings. I know we have. Sometimes it takes something that we can't do that we realize then how important it really was to us. When church gathers, it's a powerful vibration that lifts our spirits and works toward a common goal. We win. I hope that this has helped you better understand the importance of why we do gather as a church family. So, now, on Thursday, January 14th, you will need to have to come back to see us at the community center to pick up your Unit 2 bag. And inside your Unit 2 bag is a challenge. It's called a Family Nativity Escape Room. You're going to need to gather as a family, work as a team, and quickly complete this Nativity Escape Room as soon as possible. You need to return it to the black mailbox outside the community center and make sure that you put the date and time on the envelope, because the first family who correctly does the Nativity Escape Room wins a prize. So good luck. Now, remember, when we all work together as one voice, one body, we know that you'll all be winners.